In this Agritech Media Edition, join us for the press conference at Fendt in Germany. Fendt will launch 4 new tractor series in 2025. The 800 series is back there, plus new 1000, 300 and 500 series. They will debut at Agritechnica in November in Hanover, but you can preview the new models now on Agritech Media's YouTube channel. Behind me we have the new 800 series from Fendt. As you can probably see, it's similar to the 900, 1000 and 700 series. The 800 series fits between the 700 and 900. 3 models are available in the new series. The smallest is the 826, followed by the 829, and the top model is the 832. As is customary with Fendt, the last digits denote maximum power starting from 260 horsepower. The middle model has 290 HP and the top has 320 HP. You can easily see from afar that it's the new Fendt 800 series. Notice the mirrors and the new cab top. This is in the Fendt 1000 series too. Not we get back to the Fendt 1000 and what's new there in a moment. Let's check the specs of the new Fendt 800 series. Red numbers mean dynamic performance on the tractor. It's standard for the Fendt 800 series. In other words, the Fendt 800 series receives 23 extra horsepower, making the top model reach 343 horsepower. The cabin is familiar technology from Fendt, identical to that found in the Fendt 900 and Fendt 1000 series. Therefore, not much has changed. However, there is now an option for a larger cooler bag, one that can cool more effectively. It can almost keep ice cream cold, tells Fendt about the new cooler. Additionally, there is now the option to have these boot holders installed in the cabin, both to the left and right of the front. The layout is the same as Fendt 1000 and 900 series, sharing the cabin and Fendt One system with 3 terminals. It has an electric driver's seat, and from 2026, Apple CarPlay will be available via Bluetooth or cable. In 2026, auto guidance updates will allow connection at speeds of 40 km/h. This is because of a request from the North America market. When we look under the green hood, we find a wide range of technologies, many of which are known from Fendt, with several used at the Fendt 1000 series. This includes the cooling package, where the cooling wing is positioned at the front and is hydraulically driven. This means that Fendt draws cold air from outside and pushes it through the coolers, which is exactly why we have these vents on the side of the hood. This is where air comes out. The 800 series has self-cleaning filters, like the 1000 series, and it's easier to see on the 1000 series. So, we will wait to talk about it until we get to the 1000 series. This is a new engine in the 800 series, an AGCO power engine. In other words, the engine was developed by AGCO own factory in Finland. It's a Core 80, meaning it has an 8-litre capacity and features 6 cylinders. Additionally, the top model reaches a maximum of 343 horsepower. This new engine from AGCO Power is quite compact, which means there isn't a lot of extra oil to manage. Thus, the new Core 80 has a service interval of just 500 hours. It does not have an EGR system, so exhaust gases are not recirculated in the engine area. AGCO Power meets the latest emission standards for engines with SCR technology, including AdBlue, DOC and DPF catalysator. As with other Fendt tractors, the new AGCO Power Core 80 engine also uses a slow-running technology with nominal engine speeds of just 1/700 RPM. This means that the top speed in Denmark with a 40 km/h gearbox occurs at just 950 RPM. In other markets, the tractor is unlocked to a maximum of 60 km/h. The engine generates 1,680 Nm at 1,200 RPM. The engine's oil change is every 500 hours, but the transmission's interval has been raised significantly. Now it is called 4,000 hours or every 4 years. The Vario drive transmission from Fendt was presented together with Fendt 1000 series almost a decade ago. This is the same transmission setup that is currently in the 1000, 900, 800, 700, 600 and 500 series. The transmission is built like most stepless types with a motor connected to a planetary gear and a ring gear, illustrated here simply, that connects to the hydraulic pump. In Vario drive, the hydraulic pump powers 2 hydraulic motors, one for the front and one for the rear axle. The rear axle is mechanically linked to the sun gear, depicted here in green. This means the front and rear axles are powered by separate motors, allowing for permanent 4-wheel drive up to 25 kilometers per hour. But it also means that if the tractor turns sharply, the tractor will speed up the front wheel and turn sharper. This is due to the front wheels needing to cover a longer distance than the rear wheels as oil flows to the easiest path. The front wheels will run faster than the rear ones due to more oil being supplied to the front axle's engine. This creates a sort of side wheel brake effect during sharp turns at the front. 4-wheel drive includes both hydraulic connections and a mechanical coupling that activates when the tractor senses considerable wheel slip between the front and rear axles. The driver doesn't have to worry about turning the 4-wheel drive on or off. Similar to the absence of a button for 4-wheel drive in the cabin, there is no button for group shifting in the transmission either. The permanent 4-wheel drive operates at speeds up to 25 kilometers per hour. At those speeds, the engine for the front wheels is fully engaged. Then the engine continues to the rear axle until it is fully engaged, which occurs at top speed. The previous Fendt 800 series operated with a ZF front axle, but now Dana provides the front axle for the new generation. They also supply the front axle for the Fendt 700 series. The front lift's lifting capacity is 5.3 tons, and for the first time, there is an option for cooling the transmission to the front PTO. The rear lift of the 800 series raises 10.5 tons in the lift, and there are up to 6 remote outlets at the back, plus 2 leading forward. Hydraulics capacity is 165 litres per minute. You can have 220 litres per minute, or both pumps can deliver a total of 385 litres per minute, with outlet at number 4, 5 and 6 relying solely on the large pump. Fendt explains that this is to accommodate customers who want a high flow but with low pressure, for example, to ensure oil flow to a blower motor or similar. Additionally, it has been designed so that ISO bus machines can inform the tractor when LS oil is needed, and thus the tractor can more quickly adjust the LS oil up or down when operating with ISO bus machines. The new cab top on the 800 series, with its many work lights, is a chapter in itself. According to Fendt, the new work lights emit a brightness of 114,000 lumens. In comparison, this is 64% more than Fendt 900 series. The new cab top has many new features. You can choose between 8 or 12 work lights on the roof, supplied by Hella. Notice the little detail with a plastic edge under the lights, preventing glare from the work lights. The rear pillars of the cabin now allow for the installation of lights in this black click system, which may also accommodate other components like a camera. See the 3 lights in this black system. The top one is designed to shine far from the tractor, the next one shines a bit less far, and the bottom one lights up the immediate area. The lowest light is even positioned relatively high, again to avoid glare from the rear fenders. An integrated light has been added to the rear fenders of the tractor, which Fendt mentions can help with machine attachment in darkness and light up the area around a pickup or similar. The icing on the cake is that everything is controlled from the terminal in the cabin, where you can adjust the brightness in 5 steps, or manage each light individually, or configure the lights in pairs. Mirrored on each side of the tractor, or here where I turn off the 3 lights pointing towards a combine or forage harvester with a single click, I can mirror the configuration, which will be useful when we turn around in the headland. It's also important to note that the distance between the axles has grown by 7 centimeters, changing from 2.95 to 3.02, which is nearly the same wheelbase as the previous Fendt 900 series. Fendt, however, states that by placing the radiators in front of the front axle, it ensures that the front wheels can turn inward towards the engine at a long, sharp angle, and thus reduces the turning radius compared to the previous Fendt 800 generation. Next, we transition from the new 800 series to the significantly updated 1000 series, which has seen numerous enhancements in its latest iteration. It has the same work-light roof as the 800 series. But that's just part of it. The model number is 1052, which means the 1000 series has gained additional horsepower and torque. Let's take a closer look at the new 1000 series. In 2025, Fendt can celebrate its 10th anniversary with the Fendt 1000 series. It was first seen at Agritechnica back in 2015. And now at Agritechnica 2025, we can showcase the 4th generation of the Fendt 1000 series. The last 3 generations had minor updates, but now a big update is coming for the 1000 series. Updates feature a stronger engine and more torque. And this new cabinet has more work lights like the 800 series. The 4 new models in the Fendt 1000 series are 1040, 1044, 1048 and 1052. Like at Fendt, the 832 model indicates these 52 to 520 horsepower, but with dynamic performance we are up to 550 horsepower in the new top model. We've increased both horsepower and torque. This top model has 240 more Newton meters. It delivers 2,650 Newton meters. The design allows you to buy the top model and effectively get all 4 models. How should this be interpreted? It means that from the cabin, you can set the 1052 to perform like a 1040, 1044 or 1048. You can see here that you can choose from the 4 models. For example, we are using a 12-meter disc harrow. You can easily find the performance of a Fendt 1040. We see right away that fuel consumption saves diesel without impacting speed. Some PTO implements may not handle 500 horsepower well, which can be an advantage. And for good measure, I should mention that it only goes one way. This means that if you buy a Fendt, buying a 1040 does not unlock a Fendt 1052. Fendt 1000 series has several tested technologies in its engine compartment, including CAS. The KS system refers to the hydraulic motor located at the front that drives the cooling fan. Similar to the Fendt 800 series, the design is essentially the same. The tractor forces cold air through the radiators from outside. One unique feature is that both the air filter and cabin filter using this technology require no maintenance. The cooling fans do not completely seal against the housing, which creates a negative pressure. With a connection to the air filter first and then the cabin filter, it actually means you don't have to blow any of the filters clean. They remain clean from dirt and debris. Thus, with the new cabin filter, no service is needed. Now, the cabin filter empties itself automatically. Inside the air filter housing, there is a cyclone. We will remove the housing now and take out the air filter. Here we are. A small cyclone sits inside, ensuring that it generates the underpressure and extracts all the dirt from the cabin filter. The dirt from the air filter is expelled out in front along with the debris. The Fendt 1000 series is now available in a double tyres version from the factory. Both rims hold onto the stub axle with the integrated air pressure system in both tyres. Along with the new setup on the lift, where there are no sway chains, a width of under 3.5 metres is ensured, featuring 4x 4.85 metre R54 rear tyres. Notably, the wheel weighting is between the wheels on the stub axle, which has a smooth side, allowing it to be safely placed on a floor. The Fendt 1000 series still uses the 12.4 litre 6-cylinder MAN engine. The engine has been upgraded with new cylinders and a redesigned crankshaft, enabling more horsepower from the same engine. The engine is slow running, maxing out at 1,700 RPM with a service interval of 1,000 hours. Additionally, the engine is a clean SCR type, which indicates that it lacks EGR technology, similar to the Fendt 800. Thus, the Fendt 1000 series features a DOC and DPF catalyst. Fendt 1000 series has better oil cooling for more horsepower transfer in the transmission Vario drive. Before we take a closer look at the two new 4-cylinder models, namely the Fendt 300 and Fendt 500, the Fendt 700 series has also received updates. While the Fendt 700 Generation 7 was introduced in 2022, an update has now been released which Fendt refers to as Generation 7.1. As the name suggests, the update covers only a few changes. Most importantly, all models now feature dynamic performance, so the popular Fendt 724 produces 263 HP instead of 240 HP, now delivers 263 horsepower. The top model in the series, the Fendt 728, has always operated with dynamic performance, so its output remains unchanged at 300 horsepower. The Fendt 700 series consists of the 720, 722, 724, 726 and finally the Fendt 728. The entire series has been updated with a transmission that can now run at 60 km/h. The old Fendt 700 Generation 6 is now gone and replaced by the new one, Generation 7.1. Behind me is the new Fendt 500 series. 2 new 4-cylinder tractors will launch at Agritechnica 2025. The 500, the 300 series. The 500 series fits nicely with the update that came to the 4-cylinder 600 series, which took place at Agritechnica in 2023. The 600 series is Fendt's largest 4-cylinder tractor series, topping out at slightly above 220 HP. The new 500 series features the top model 516, which provides a total of 174 HP. The 500 series has 4 models, 513, 514, 515 and 516. The number 16 is red, showing dynamic performances on all 500 series models. Each 500 series model has 10 more HP. So the 516 model offers a maximum of 174 horsepower. The Fendt 500 series is much like the larger Fendt 600 series. It features a new drive transmission with no group shifting and automatic 4-wheel drive, like other Fendt tractors, from the Fendt 500 series up to the Fendt 1000. It's the 4th generation of the Fendt 500. Fendt mentions that they have launched over 26,000 Fendt 500 units since the first generation was launched. The new Fendt 500 series has similar dimensions to earlier models, but that's about the only thing that remains the same. Under the hood, a new AGCO power engine has been added. It is a Core 50 engine, meaning it has a capacity of 5 litres. It's still a 4-cylinder engine, and before it was a Deutsche AG engine in the Fendt 500's engine room. The new Fendt 500 series has 100 Nm more torque than the last model, in addition to more power. The 515, which is the second largest model, boasts 50 Nm more than the former flagship model, 516. The engine technology is designed for slow operation with a maximum of 1,900 RPM, and the tractor can go up to 50 km/h. The fuel tank holds 290 litres, and there's a smart feature with the integrated toolbox, which is part of the diesel tank's top with a rubber seal to keep it clean, and it has a drain for any water. The rear equipment is shared without changes, and a clever detail is the extra high position for the lift arms. There are 4 standard PTO speeds and a hydraulic capacity of 250 litres per minute, allowing for a total of 8 remote outlets to be maintained. A maximum of 5 remote outlets can be selected for the rear, 2 for mid-mounted tools, and 2 for the front. The front lift at the front. Additionally, 3 mid-mounted valves can also be selected on the tractor. You can also have the Vrio Grip air pressure system integrated into the Fendt 500 series. And as the icing on the cake, we present the new Fendt 300 series. The new Fendt 300 series spans 5 models, all equipped with the 4.4-litre AGCO power engine. The Fendt 300 series follows its older siblings with the new design. It operates with the old well-known ML Vario transmission, featuring manual group shifts and a 4-wheel drive button. The flagship model is the 314, delivering 153 horsepower with dynamic performance. The tractor runs up to 40 km/h on the road, with a lift capacity of 4 tons in the new Fendt 300 series. The tractor comes with full LED lights and allows for a digital camera at both ends, just like the bigger Fendt tractor series. And this brings us to the end of the video from Fendt's press conference in 2025. Remember, if you like what you see, hit subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on Agritech Media's YouTube channel. There are 2 reasons. One advantage is that by enabling notifications, you will get a message on your phone when a new video is ready on this channel. Another benefit is that you demonstrate your support for Agritech Media, and the best part is that it costs you nothing. The reason you can view this film for free on YouTube is that I produce advertisements, the ads that play before the film starts. This means Fendt hasn't paid me to attend their press conference today. However, Fendt is also an advertiser with Agritech Media. Like all major tractor and equipment manufacturers in the Danish market. Thanks for watching this video from Fendt Press Event 2025.